What do asexual and aromantic pride mean to me? That's a really interesting question that I've been considering all week long because for me, since I experience them in two entirely different ways, they mean two entirely different things. Let's start with asexual pride. In my teen years, I often felt broken. It seemed like all the other guys wanted to do was joke around about sex. At first, I thought it was typical teenage humor, but when I got to college, I realized it was more than that. College brought up parties and the pressures to hook up. It was then that I understood that those jokes in high school probably weren't always jokes. I felt like I had been left behind, and I couldn't understand why I didn't feel what I was supposed to. One pivotal moment for me was when a girl I knew in college suggested I might be asexual. But she said it out of frustration because she wanted a sexual relationship that I couldn't give her. We lost our friendship over it, and I felt even more isolated. Because of that, I put asexuality out of my mind. Years went by, and it wasn't until I was 28 during a trip to Phoenix that things began to make sense. Listening to my friends there discussing sex openly, I realized I wasn't just behind, I was different somehow. The conversations from college resurfaced in my mind, and I decided to look more into asexuality. The more I read, learned, and listened, the more I felt found. I started engaging with online communities, and slowly, asexuality began to take on more meaning for me. I learned that I was never broken, just on my own path to discovery. Understanding that I'm a sex-averse asexual, a person who doesn't mind others' relationships and discussions of sex but isn't interested in it for myself, was a massive relief. I found words that made sense for me. It affirmed that it's okay that I'm not like everyone else. But aromantic pride has a different story for me. Initially, I didn't think I was aromantic. I wanted those romantic feelings that I saw in the movies and in books and in real-life relationships. I tried dating, and I had some short-term relationships. I even had one that lasted over a year in my mid-20s. But I never felt those mushy feelings that everyone always talks about. Whatever it was I was expected to feel, it just didn't click for me. Even reflecting on dates, I'm not sure what kind of a relationship I thought I was after. By far, the majority of the dates I went on really felt like things I would have done with close friends anyway. Baseball games, movies, coffee, mini golf, concerts. Keep in mind, these were things that I picked. It occurred to me maybe I wasn't looking for a romantic partner. I was looking for someone to spend time with outside of romance. But then what does that mean for me? I decided it was time to take a deeper look at what aromantic can mean, which meant zooming in on the spectrum itself to find out what makes sense for me. Discovering microlabels was a big game changer for me. Two in particular made sense. Agoromantic, which means someone who enjoys the concept of romance, but they don't feel romantic attraction. And cupioromantic, which is someone who doesn't feel romantic attraction, but they desire a romantic relationship. I realized I was somewhere in between the two, or maybe some sort of combination of the two. The more I learned about microlabels, the more I learned that it's okay to be more than one microlabel. See, I love the idea of romantic relationships, but I can't picture myself in one. I don't feel those romantic attractions, but I still want the companionship. I still like the intimacy and some of the physical aspects, like cuddling, kissing, those sorts of things. So aromantic pride is still a work in progress for me. I'm still debating whether I really want a romantic relationship or if a different kind of companionship is more appealing. Still, knowing who I am and understanding my experiences does fill me with a great sense of pride. One thing that's true of both my aromantic and asexual pride is that I know that I get to find out what it means for me. I don't have to follow anyone else's plan. I don't have to be what anyone else wants me to be. Pride is, after all, a protest. And I don't have to follow the dating, then marriage, then kids life plan that society sets out for us. I don't have to be the hypersexual male caricature that you see on TV. The only thing I'm going to be is me. Ultimately, I really like who I am, and I'm proud of the work that I put in to get here. It's been a tough journey at times, but knowing my true self has helped make sense of the world around me. But my pride isn't limited to just my experiences. It extends to the asexual and aromantic communities. I get to celebrate their growth, their triumphs, their pride alongside all of them. To everyone watching, I wish you a happy and safe Pride Month. Embrace who you are, celebrate your journey, and let's continue to support one another. Happy Pride, everyone. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Aro and Ace content.